What if you could wake up in 2025 feeling unshakable, ready to face any storm with calm confidence, and finally step into the version of yourself you've always dreamed of? What if the secret to that life wasn't some trendy hack, but a 2,000-year-old philosophy that's been battle-tested by emperors, thinkers, and everyday people like you and me? That's the power of Stoicism, and it's about to change everything. Welcome to Daily Stoic Habits, the channel where we turn ancient wisdom into practical tools for your modern life. In this video, we're unveiling the ultimate Stoic guide to self-reinvention. For 2025, a roadmap to transform your mindset, master your emotions, and build a life brimming with purpose and resilience. Buckle up, because this is more than a guide. It's a call to rewrite your story. Picture this. You're standing at the edge of a new year, the calendar flipping to 2025. The world's buzzing with noise, endless notifications, opinions, and pressures pulling you in every direction. Maybe you're feeling stuck, like you're running on a hamster wheel, chasing goals that don't even feel like yours. Or perhaps you're just tired of stress dictating your days. Sound familiar? We've all been there. But what if you could break free? What if you could silence the chaos, shrug off what doesn't matter, and focus on what truly does? That's exactly what Stoicism offers. A way to cut through the clutter and build a life that's not just good, but extraordinary. Drawing from the timeless teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, this video is your step-by-step blueprint to reinvent yourself in the year ahead. Let's set the scene. It's a crisp January morning in 2025. You're sipping your coffee, feeling a quiet strength you haven't tapped into before. The worries that used to keep you up at night, they're still there, but they don't own you anymore. That argument with a coworker, the fear of failing at your big project, the pressure to keep up with everyone else's highlight reel, they've lost their grip. Instead, you're grounded, focused on what you can control, your thoughts, your actions, your purpose. This isn't some fantasy, it's the Stoic way of living, and it starts with a choice to take charge of your own path. In this guide, we'll walk you through how to master the art of not caring about what's beyond your reach, how to embrace self-love without a shred of guilt, and how to carve out a purpose that makes every day feel alive. Whether you're navigating a career shift, healing from a setback, or just craving more clarity, this is your moment to rise. Why Stoicism? Because it's not about sitting cross-legged on a mountaintop or chasing fleeting pleasures. It's about real, gritty, everyday strength. It's about looking life's challenges square in the eye and saying, I've got this. From the Roman forums to today's fast-paced world, Stoic principles have guided people through wars, crises, and personal triumphs. And now, they're here to guide you. We're not promising a quick fix. Those don't last. What we're offering is a philosophy that grows with you, a set of tools to build a life of courage, wisdom, and unshakable calm. By the end of this video, you'll have practical steps to let go of what's weighing you down, love yourself fiercely, and create a purpose that's uniquely yours. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that or subscribe button for Daily Stoic Habits, and turn on the bell. Why? Because we're dropping weekly doses of Stoic wisdom to keep you on track, from morning routines to handling life's toughest moments. Join our community of growth seekers, and let's make 2025 the year you become unstoppable. Ready to take the first step? It all begins with a powerful Stoic secret, the art of not caring. No, it's not about being cold or distant. It's about reclaiming your freedom by focusing on what truly matters. Curious how it works? Let's jump right in and find out. What if you could wake up in 2025 with a fire in your chest, ready to face any storm with a calm, steely resolve? What if the secret to that kind of strength wasn't locked in some self-help bestseller, but in a philosophy forged in the fires of ancient Rome, tested by emperors and everyday folks alike? That's Stoicism, my friend, and it's about to light up your life. Welcome to Daily Stoic Habits, where we're all about turning timeless wisdom into real-world wins. In this video, we're rolling out the ultimate Stoic guide to self-reinvention for 2025. A no-nonsense, step-by-step plan to transform your mindset, tame your emotions, and craft a life that's not just lived, but truly owned. Get ready, because this isn't just a video. It's the spark to rewrite your entire story. Close your eyes for a second. Picture yourself at the edge of 2025, the new year stretching out like a blank canvas, the world screaming at you, endless emails, social media noise, that nagging voice saying you're not enough. Maybe you're stuck in a job that drains you, or you're wrestling with doubts that creep in at 2 a.m. We've all felt that weight, haven't we? But here's the thing. What if you could shrug it off? What if you could stand tall, unfazed by the chaos, and focus only on what's in your power? That's the Stoic promise. A life where you're free from the grip of others' judgments, where stress doesn't call the shots, and every choice you make feels like it's yours. Inspired by the likes of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, this guide is your ticket to that freedom. Let's paint a picture. It's January 1st, 2025. You're out for a morning walk, the air crisp, your mind clear. The worries that used to choke you, deadlines, drama, the fear of falling short, they're still there, but they're background noise now. You're not running from them. You're choosing what deserves your energy. That's the Stoic edge. Knowing what's yours to control and letting the rest fade away. In this video, we're breaking it down into practical steps. You'll learn how to master the art of not caring about what's out of your hands, how to love yourself fiercely, without apology, and how to find a purpose that makes you jump out of bed. Whether you're clawing your way out of a rut or ready to soar higher, this is your moment to build a stronger, wiser you. Stoicism isn't about escaping life's mess. It's about thriving in it. It's about staring down challenges and saying, bring it on. From ancient forums to today's hustle, these principles have carried people through the toughest times. We're not here to sell you a quick fix. We're handing you tools that grow stronger the more you use them. By the end, you'll have a playbook to ditch what's holding you back, embrace your worth, and create a life that's uniquely, powerfully yours. So hit that subscribe us button for daily Stoic habits and turn on the bell. Join our crew of growth chasers. And let's make 2025 the year you become unstoppable. What's weighing you down right now? Is it the endless scroll of opinions online, the pressure to keep up, or that nagging worry about things you can't change? Here's a truth bomb. You don't have to carry that load. Welcome to the heart of Stoicism, the art of not caring. But don't get it twisted. This isn't about being cold or checking out of life. It's about freedom. About laser focusing on what you can control and letting the rest roll off your back like water on a duck. In this section, we're unpacking this game-changing Stoic principle, inspired by Epictetus, Seneca, and even a dash of Buddhist wisdom, to help you live lighter, stronger, and more at peace in 2025. Let's start with Epictetus, a former slave-turned-Stoic rock star, who nailed it when he said, "Some things are within our power, while others are not. Your thoughts, your actions, your reactions, those are yours to command. But the weather, other people's moods, or whether your boss likes your presentation, not your circus, not your monkeys, this simple split is the cornerstone of not caring. It's like sorting your mental laundry. Keep what you can control, toss the rest. Why waste energy stressing over what's out of your hands? Picture yourself stuck in traffic, fuming because you're late. You can't move the cars, but you can choose to breathe, pop on a podcast, and stay calm. That's the Stoic move, redirecting your power where it counts. Now let's weave in a bit of Buddhist flair. The Buddha taught that clinging to desires or outcomes is a fast track to suffering. Sound familiar? We've all obsessed over a promotion that didn't happen, or a comment that stung too long. Stoicism and Buddhism align here. Let go. Not caring doesn't mean you stop trying. It means you stop tying your happiness to things you can't dictate. Think about social media. You post a photo hoping for likes, but the algorithm buries it. Instead of spiraling, you shrug, knowing your worth isn't tied to a screen. It's liberating, like cutting a rope that's been dragging you down. But how do you actually do this in real life? Let's get practical. Step 1. Know your circle of control. Grab a piece of paper and draw 2 columns. In one, list what you can control, your effort, your attitude, how you spend your time. In the other, jot down what you can't. Other, people's opinions, global events, even the outcome of your big pitch. This isn't just a list, it's your mental map. When stress creeps in, check the map. Is this in my control? If not, let it go. It's like decluttering your mind, making space for what really matters. Step 2. Practice the pause. Life throws curveballs. Someone cuts you off in traffic, a coworker throws shade, or your plans fall apart. Before you react, take a beat. Breathe deeply for 10 seconds. Ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Most times it's not. Seneca would nod here. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." This pause is your superpower. It's the difference between snapping at a friend and choosing to respond with kindness. Try it next time you're ticked off. You'll feel like you're steering the ship instead of being tossed by the waves. Step 3. Lean into mindfulness. You don't need to be a monk to do this. Start small, 5 minutes a day. Sit quietly, focus on your breath, and when your mind wanders to that annoying email or tomorrow's to-do list, gently bring it back. This trains your brain to stay present, not chasing worries about the future or regrets from the past. It's like a gym workout for your focus. Over time, you'll notice you're less rattled by life's noise. That snarky comment from a relative? It stings less when you're anchored in the moment. Let's talk about why this matters. In 2025, we're bombarded. News cycles, work deadlines, the pressure to be on all the time. It's exhausting. The art of not caring is your shield. It's not about ignoring your responsibilities or becoming a hermit. It's about choosing your battles. Why let a stranger's opinion derail your day? Why stress over a delayed flight when you can't control the skies? By focusing on your own actions and mindset, you reclaim your peace. It's like turning down the volume on the world's chaos and tuning into your own signal. Here's a real-world example. Meet Sarah, a graphic designer who used to lose sleep over client feedback. Every critique felt like a jab at her worth. Then she stumbled on Stoicism. She started asking, can I control their opinion? No. Can I control my effort and growth? Yes. She poured her energy into sharpening her skills and ignored the noise. Result? Less stress, better work, and a promotion. Sarah didn't stop caring about her job. She stopped caring about what she couldn't change. You can do this too, whether it's at work, in relationships, or even with your own self-doubt. But let's be real, this isn't easy. Old habits die hard. You'll slip, stress over something silly, or get sucked into drama. That's okay. Stoicism isn't about perfection, it's about progress. When you catch yourself spiraling, pause, check your mental map, and redirect. It's like learning to ride a bike, wobbly at first, but soon you're cruising. And the payoff. A life where you're not at the mercy of every whim or worry. You're steady, grounded, and free to focus on what lights you up. The art of not caring is about power, your power to choose where your energy goes. It's about saying no to stress that doesn't serve you and yes to a clearer, calmer you. Epictetus, Seneca, and even the Buddha are cheering you on, reminding you that peace starts within. Ever wonder why putting yourself first feels so darn hard? Society's got us wired to think it's wrong, like saying no or carving out time for you is some kind of crime. But here's the truth. Loving yourself fiercely and embracing a touch of selfishness isn't just okay. It's the foundation of a life that's strong, balanced, and truly yours. In this section, we're diving into the Stoic-inspired art of self-love and healthy selfishness, pulling wisdom from Aristotle, Ayn Rand, Carl Rogers, and more. This isn't about being self-absorbed. It's about building a you that's resilient, enough to weather any storm and generous enough to lift others up. Ready to rewrite the rules on what it means to put yourself first? Let's do this. Self-love sounds like a buzzword, but it's deeper than bubble baths or treating yourself to a fancy coffee. It's about looking in the mirror and saying, I'm enough, flaws and all. Aristotle, the Greek philosopher, called this pursuit eudaimonia, a flourishing life built on virtue and self-respect. He believed loving yourself isn't vain. It's essential. You can't pour into others if your cup's empty, right? Fast forward to Carl Rogers, a 20th century psychologist, who said self-love means accepting yourself unconditionally, no strings attached. Not because you nailed a project or hit the gym, but because you're human, worthy, and growing. This kind of love builds a mental fortress, shielding you from self-doubt and life's curveballs. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room: selfishness. The word's got a bad rap, conjuring images of someone hogging the spotlight or ignoring others' needs. But Ayn Rand, the firebrand philosopher behind The Virtue of Selfishness, flips the script. She argued that prioritizing your own happiness isn't cruel, it's rational. It's about chasing your goals, standing by your values, and not sacrificing your well-being for someone else's whims. This healthy selfishness doesn't mean trampling others. It means recognizing your needs are just as valid. Think about it. If you're burned out, how can you show up for your family, friends, or career? Ayn Rand's point is clear. Putting yourself first isn't a betrayal. It's a necessity. So how do these ideas connect? Self-love and healthy selfishness are like two sides of a coin. To love yourself, you've got to be a little selfish, setting boundaries, chasing dreams, saying no when your plate's full. And to be healthily selfish, you need self-love to believe you're worth it. Aristotle would say it's about striving for your best self through virtue. Rogers would add it's about embracing your quirks without judgment. Rand? She'd tell you to own your life unapologetically. Together, they're a powerhouse trio, urging you to build a life where you're not just surviving, but thriving. Let's get real for a second. Picture Lisa, a single mom juggling a demanding job and 2 kids. She used to feel guilty taking an hour to hit the gym or read a book, thought it was selfish when her family needed her. But guilt was draining her, leaving her short-tempered and exhausted. Then she stumbled across Stoicism and Rogers' idea of unconditional self-acceptance. She started small, 1 evening a week for herself, no apologies. She set boundaries like turning off work emails after 7 p.m. The result? Lisa felt recharged, her patience grew, and her kids got a happier mom. Her selfishness didn't hurt anyone. It made her a better parent, worker, and person. That's the magic of this approach. Ready to make this work for you? Here's how to practice self-love and healthy selfishness in 2025. Step 1. Reframe your mindset. Stop seeing self-care as a luxury. It's a lifeline. Next time guilt creeps in for skipping a social event to rest, remind yourself, I'm refueling so I can show up fully. Aristotle's eudaimonia isn't about fleeting pleasures. It's about long-term growth. So invest in yourself like you'd invest in a prized garden, water it, weed it, watch it bloom. Step 2, set boundaries like a pro. This is where healthy selfishness shines. Say no to things that drain you, extra work projects, toxic friendships, or endless favors. It's not about being rude. It's about protecting your energy. Try this. When someone asks for a favor, you can't handle, say, I'd love to help, but my plate's full right now. Clear, kind, and guilt-free. Rand would high-five you for owning your limits, and don't just set boundaries, defend them. If someone pushes back, stand firm. Your time, your peace, your rules. Step 3. Carve out time for what lights you up. Love painting, hiking, or learning new skills? Make it non-negotiable. Block off an hour a week like an appointment with your soul. Lisa started with 1 evening. You can too. This isn't indulgence, it's fuel for your purpose. Rogers believed pursuing what fulfills you builds self-worth, and he's right. When you're lit up, you radiate energy that lifts everyone around. So, what's that one thing you've been putting off? Grab it, own it, make it yours. Step 4. Practice self-compassion. Messed up? Missed a goal? Don't beat yourself up. Rogers' big idea was to treat yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a friend. Try this. When you're kicking yourself over a mistake, write down 3 things you did well that day. It's like a mental reset, reminding you growth is messy but worth it. Self-love isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up for yourself even on the rough days. Why does this matter? In a world that glorifies hustle and people-pleasing, self-love and healthy selfishness, are your rebellion. They're how you stay grounded when life's pulling you in a million directions. Without them, you risk burnout, resentment, or losing sight of who you are. But with them, you're a force, resilient, confident, and ready to give from a place of strength. Aristotle saw self-love as the root of a virtuous life. Rand saw selfishness as the path to freedom. Rogers saw it as the key to growth. They're all pointing to the same truth. You can't build a great life if you're running on empty. Let's be honest. Embracing this takes guts. You'll face pushback. Friends might call you distant when you set boundaries. Family might guilt-trip you for prioritizing yourself. Even your own mind might whisper, "You're being selfish. Push through." This isn't about ignoring others. It's about balancing your needs with theirs. Lisa learned this the hard way, but her life changed when she stopped apologizing for her worth. You can too. Start small, stay consistent, and watch how your confidence grows. What's the big win here? Self-love and healthy selfishness aren't just feel-good ideas. They're your foundation for a life of purpose and strength. They're how you show up as your best self, not just for you, but for everyone you care about. Aristotle, Rand, and Rogers are in your corner, cheering you to own your worth and live unapologetically. Ever feel like you're drifting through life, chasing goals that don't spark joy, wondering what it's all for? You're not alone. In a world buzzing with distractions, endless notifications, societal pressure, that nagging sense of what's next, finding your purpose can feel like searching for a needle in a haystack. But here's the Stoic-inspired truth. Purpose isn't something you stumble upon, it's something you create. In this section, we're diving deep into how to forge a meaning that lights up your soul, drawing on the existential fire of Jean-Paul Sartre, Albert Camus, and Stoic wisdom. This isn't about chasing a grand destiny. It's about crafting a life where every step feels true to you. Ready to find your why? Let's get to it. Jean-Paul Sartre, the French philosopher who shook the world, dropped a bombshell. Existence precedes essence. Translation? You're born without a preset manual. There's no cosmic blueprint dictating who you're supposed to be. Instead, you define yourself through your choices, actions, and values. It's both daunting and freeing. Daunting because there's no cheat sheet, freeing because you're the author of your story. Sartre's point is that purpose isn't out there waiting. It's built by you, moment by moment. Ever wonder why some people seem so driven? They're not following a script. They're writing one, choosing what matters and leaning into it hard. Then there's Albert Camus, the rebel of absurdity. He looked at life's chaos, the fact that the universe doesn't hand out meaning, and said, "So what? Make your own." Camus' philosophy of the absurd, especially in The Myth of Sisyphus, is a call to arms. Sisyphus, cursed to roll a boulder up a hill only for it to fall back down, could have given up. But Camus imagines him defying the pointlessness, finding joy in the struggle itself. That's the vibe. Life might not have a built-in purpose, but you can rebel against the void by creating one. Maybe it's painting, teaching, or just being a rock for your family. Whatever it is, it's yours to claim. Stoicism ties this together with a practical edge. While Sartre and Camus urge you to create meaning, Stoics like Marcus Aurelius remind you to ground it in virtue and action. Marcus wrote, "Your purpose is to act well your part, whatever it may be." It's not about finding a single shiny calling, but about living with integrity, whether you're crunching numbers or raising kids. Purpose, in Stoic terms, is less about what you do and more about how you do it, with courage, wisdom, and a commitment to being your best self. So how do you take these big ideas and make them work in your messy real life? Let's break it down. First, get clear on your values. What makes you feel alive? Not what your parents, friends, or social media say you should care about, but what sets your heart racing. Try this. Grab a notebook and jot down 3 moments in your life when you felt truly fulfilled. Maybe it was helping a friend through a tough time, nailing a project, or losing yourself in a hobby. Look for patterns. Are you driven by creativity, connection, or impact? These are your North Stars. Sartre would say your values shape your essence. Choose them consciously and you're already building purpose. Second, experiment fearlessly. Purpose isn't a lightning bolt. It's a path you carve through trial and error. Camus's rebellious spirit kicks in here. Don't wait for perfection. Try new things. Take a coding class, volunteer, or start that blog you've been mulling over. Each step teaches you what resonates. Think of Jake, a 30-something accountant who felt stuck in spreadsheets. He loved storytelling but never acted on it. Inspired by existential ideas, he started a podcast on local history. It wasn't an overnight hit, but it gave him a spark he hadn't felt in years. Jake didn't find his purpose. He built it, one episode at a time. What's one small experiment you can try this week? Third, embrace failure as feedback. Sartre's radical freedom means you're free to flop, and that's okay. Every misstep is a clue. Bombed a job interview? You learned what to prep next. Time. Side hustle fizzled? You figured out what doesn't work. Camus would cheer your defiance. Each failure is a rebellion against giving up. Marcus Aurelius would add, focus on your effort, not the outcome. When you see setbacks as part of the process, they lose their sting. It's like sculpting. Every chip you carve shapes the masterpiece, even if it feels messy. Fourth, set goals that align with your values. Stoics love action, so make your purpose tangible. Break it into bite-sized chunks. If connection is your value, set a goal to call a friend weekly or join a community group. If creativity drives you, commit to sketching 10 minutes a day. These aren't just tasks, they're bricks in the foundation of your purpose. Write them down, track your progress, and celebrate small wins. Sartre's "choices define you" mantra means every goal you chase shapes who you're becoming. What's one goal you can start today? Why does this matter? In 2025, we're drowning in noise, ads, trends, and influencers telling us what success looks like. Without purpose, you're a ship without a rudder, tossed by every wave. But when you create your own meaning, you steer the course. It's not about having all the answers. It's about asking the right questions. What do I stand for? What impact do I want to make? Sartre and Camus remind us, life's absurdity is a blank canvas. Your purpose is the art you paint on it. Stoicism adds the grit to keep painting even when the colors run. Let's talk about Jake again. His podcast didn't make him rich, but it gave him something bigger. A reason to leap out of bed. He started connecting with listeners, sharing stories that mattered. His day job became less soul-crushing because he had a purpose outside it. That's the power of creating meaning. It doesn't have to be world-changing. It just has to be yours. Whether it's mentoring a kid, growing a garden, or writing poetry, your purpose is what makes life feel less like a treadmill and more like a journey. This isn't easy. You'll doubt yourself. Society will push you to conform. Get the safe job, follow the normal path. Your own fears will whisper, what if I choose wrong? That's where Camus' rebellion and Sartre's freedom shine. You're not locked into one purpose forever. You can pivot, tweak, evolve. Stoicism's got your back too. Marcus would say to focus on the present moment, doing what's right now. Start small, stay curious, and trust the process. Purpose isn't a destination, it's a way of walking. What's the big takeaway? Your purpose is yours to create, not find. Sartre's choices, Camus's rebellion, and Stoic virtue all point to one truth. You have the power to make your life mean something. It's about defining your values, experimenting boldly, learning from failure, and acting with intention. In a world that's chaotic and loud, purpose is your anchor. Feeling fired up to keep building that meaningful life? Have you ever wished you could face life's chaos with a steady heart, turning obstacles into opportunities and living each day with unshakable purpose? That's the Stoic way. A practical, battle-tested philosophy that's not just about thinking deep thoughts, but about showing up as your best self no matter what life throws at you. In this section, we're diving into how to live like a Stoic in 2025. with hands-on tools inspired by Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. From mastering your emotions to thriving in adversity, this is your blueprint to build a life of courage, wisdom, and inner peace. Ready to make Stoicism your daily superpower? Let's roll up our sleeves and get started. Part 1. Mastering your mind and emotions. Living the Stoic way starts with owning your inner world. Epictetus put it bluntly. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Life's going to toss you curveballs, missed deadlines, family drama, or that one email that makes your blood boil. The Stoic secret? You can't control the chaos, but you can control how you respond. It's like being the captain of a ship in a storm. The waves aren't yours to command, but the wheel is. This mindset shift is your foundation, and it's what makes Stoic so unshakable. Let's talk emotions because they're where most of us trip up. Seneca, the Roman philosopher who advised emperors, had a hot take on anger. There's nothing more foolish than anger bent on its own strength. Ever snapped at someone and regretted it later? That's anger hijacking your brain. Stoics don't suppress feelings, they master them. Step 1. Practice the Stoic pause. Next time you feel your temper flare, say when a coworker takes credit for your work, take a deep breath, count to 10 and ask, is this worth my peace? 9 times out of 10, it's not. This pause rewires your brain, turning knee-jerk reactions into thoughtful responses. Mindfulness is your next tool. You don't need a meditation cushion, just 5 minutes a day. Sit quietly, focus on your breath, and when your mind wanders to that annoying meeting or tomorrow's to-do list, gently nudge it back. It's like training a puppy to stay. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who journaled his way to wisdom, used this to stay grounded amid palace intrigue. Try it in the morning before your coffee kicks in. Over time, you'll notice you're less rattled by life's ups and downs. That rude comment from a stranger, it slides off you like rain on a windshield. Another Stoic gem is premeditatio malorum, mentally rehearsing adversity. Sounds grim, but it's empowering. Before a big day, maybe a job interview or a tough talk with your partner, take a moment to picture what could go wrong. The interviewer might be cold. Your partner might get defensive. Then plan your response. You'll stay calm, speak clearly, and pivot if needed. Marcus Aurelius did this daily, visualizing betrayals or failures to steel himself. It's like a mental vaccine, preparing you for life's punches so they don't knock you out. Try it. Before your next challenge, spend 2 minutes picturing the worst-case scenario and how you'll handle it with grace. Let's talk about gratitude, Stoic style. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality. We obsess over what we lack. More money, a bigger house, a perfect life." Stoics flip this by focusing on what they have. Every evening, jot down 3 things you're grateful for: a warm meal, a friend's laugh, or just being alive. It's not cheesy, it's a reality check. This habit rewires your brain to see abundance, not scarcity. Picture Sarah, a nurse, who felt drained by long shifts. She started this practice noting small wins like a patient's smile or a quiet coffee break. Her stress didn't vanish, but it stopped defining her. Gratitude became her anchor. Why does this matter? In 2025, we're bombarded with triggers, news alerts, social media rants, endless demands. Mastering your mind and emotions isn't just nice, it's survival. It's how you stay steady when the world's screaming. Stoics like Epictetus, who rose from slavery to sage, knew this. You don't need to be an emperor or a monk, just someone willing to take the wheel of their own mind. These tools, pausing, mindfulness, rehearsing adversity, gratitude, aren't abstract. They're your daily armor, keeping you focused and free. Part 2. Thriving in adversity and living with virtue. Now, let's talk about the Stoic art of thriving in adversity. Life's not a smooth ride. It's a bumpy road with potholes, detours, and the occasional flat tire. Seneca nailed it. Fire is the test of gold, adversity of strong men. Hardships don't break you, They shape you. Lost your job? It's a chance to pivot to something better. Heartbreak? It teaches you what you value and love. Stoics don't dodge pain, they lean into it, knowing it's the forge where character is built. Picture Marcus Aurelius ruling an empire while facing plagues and betrayals. He didn't whine, he wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." How do you do this? Start by reframing setbacks. Next time life hits you hard, say a project flops or a friend lets you down, ask, "What can I learn here?" Instead of wallowing, look for the lesson. When Jake, a small business owner, lost a major client, he was gutted, but inspired by Stoicism, he asked, "What's the opportunity?" He tightened his operations, found new clients, and came back, stronger. It's like turning a stumble into a dance move. Use the momentum to grow. This mindset makes you anti-fragile, stronger with every hit. Next, live with virtue. Stoics like Seneca saw virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline as the ultimate good, not wealth or fame. In 2025, it's easy to chase likes or status, but those fade. Virtue lasts. Practice wisdom by questioning your choices. Is this decision hasty or thoughtful? Show courage by speaking up, even when it's scary, like calling out a toxic workplace habit. Act justly by treating others fairly, even when they don't return the favor. And lean on self-discipline to stick to your goals, like skipping late-night scrolling to wake up fresh. Virtue isn't flashy, but it's your north star guiding you through life's fog. Time management is another Stoic hack. Seneca wrote, "Life is short if you waste it." In our distraction-heavy world, this hits hard. Try this. Every morning, list your top 3 priorities, maybe a work task, a workout, and a call to a loved one. Focus on those before emails or social media suck you in. It's like putting the big rocks in your jar first. The small stuff fits around them. Sarah, the nurse, used this to carve out time for her gratitude practice and a weekly yoga class. Her days felt fuller, not busier. Protect your time like it's gold, because it is. Finally, build resilience through daily reflection. Every night, ask yourself, what did I do well today? Where could I improve? Marcus Aurelius used his meditations for this, dissecting his actions to grow wiser. Maybe you handled a tough conversation with grace. Celebrate that. Snapped at a coworker? Plan to pause next time. This habit turns every day into a classroom, making you stronger for tomorrow. It's not about perfection. It's about progress, one choice at a time. Why is living the Stoic way so powerful? Because it's not a one-and-done fix. It's a lifestyle. In 2025, when work's relentless, relationships are messy, and the world's loud, Stoicism is your quiet strength. It's how you show up for a meeting after a bad night's sleep, calm and focused. It's how you rebuild after a setback, wiser than before. Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius didn't just preach this, they lived it through slavery, exile, and empire. You can too, whether you're a student, a parent, or a CEO. These tools, reframing adversity, living virtuously, managing time, reflecting daily, turn philosophy into action. What's the Stoic way? It's choosing courage over comfort, wisdom over worry, and purpose over distraction. It's building a life where you're not just reacting but creating, day by day, choice by choice. You've just walked through a Stoic blueprint to reinvent yourself in 2025, a journey of letting go, loving yourself, finding purpose, and living with grit. Can you feel that spark? It's the power to shape your life no matter what's swirling around you. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." That's the heart of Stoicism. Owning your choices, embracing challenges, and building a life that's true to you. Whether it's pausing before you snap, setting boundaries, or chasing a purpose that lights you up, every step you take is a brick in the foundation of your best self. This isn't about perfection. It's about progress. Start small. Try the Stoic pause today. Jot down what you're grateful for tonight. Say no to one thing that drains you this week. These aren't just tips, they're your tools to carve out a life of courage and calm. Picture yourself a year from now, standing taller, less rattled by life's noise, more anchored in your purpose. That's the Stoic promise, and it's yours to claim. So take a deep breath and ask yourself, what's one change I can make right now? Your 2025 self is waiting. Due to time constraints, we will stop here. I hope this video is useful to you. If it can help you even a little, I will feel very satisfied. Save the video to your playlist if you want to listen to it again at any time. Please like and share it with many people because sometimes a timely message can change a life. And don't forget to subscribe to the Daily Stoic Habits channel. Click the notification bell so you don't miss the next valuable videos. Goodbye, and see you again.